Hello everyone, welcome into Full Time. I'm in the city tonight. It's actually just a painted wall. I always laugh when I do these off my portable camera because it feels like my face is right in your living room. It's probably more max than you signed up for. Sorry about that. It is what it is. All right, let's get into it this week. Firstly, I would like to say this has been a trying couple weeks for soccer fans. It seems like the sport of soccer has to take the burden of everything that is out there off the field, the political unrest, war, anything that's going on has been put front and center. We saw it the last couple of weeks with Turkey, the players saluting, and we have that situation where the Turks are pursuing the Kurds in that part of the world, and the U.S. withdrawal. Stuff I don't really want to talk about here, just because I like to talk about that, but you don't want. You come here for my soccer takes. That's what I'm an expert in. I wish I knew more about the geopolitical situation, but I don't. But I was aware that that was going on. We saw the scenes in Bulgaria, the racist fans in that one. We saw, in a good note, in Iran, the women being allowed to come to a game. That's a breakthrough, but you also have to wonder the situation we're in. It's like a Band-Aid. It's not like women are now freely allowed to go see league games. I hope we can continue to progress. At least that's a good sign. And then there were flare-ups in Chile, and then there was one in Spain. And that's where I want to start today, in the separatist movement, well documented in Spain. The Catalunya part of Spain, where Barcelona resides, wants its independence. The Basque region, just to the west of Barcelona, Bilbao and places like that, Pamplona, they want to have their own independence. So you have the risk of having a splintered country. But everything's happening there. The separatists were jailed. A group of separatists were jailed, and it sparked protests and people taking to the streets of Barcelona. If you haven't seen the images, go check it out. The numbers, just to show you how important this is. Now, one political statement. I understand why countries want to separate. Maybe I'm a bit of a romantic, but the fact that so many people are very different can all go under one flag, under one umbrella, is inspiring to me, and I think that it shows a lot. Maybe it's also the American in me, because that's what the United States was found. But I understand there are old wounds between Spain and Catalunya, Spain and the Basque region, and I don't want to overstep my boundaries. I just wish in a perfect world that's the kind of situation we would have. Again, I do not want to diminish the passion. Here the players getting ready. Again, we're at the LAFC Performance Center, so I'll get to MLS in a bit. It just makes me a little sad. But I know nothing of the passion that people are dealing with there, so I'll just say that and tread very lightly. But because of the protests, the Clásico Barcelona-Real Madrid was postponed. It was supposed to be this coming weekend, so now it is not going to be going on that week, and they're going to have to play it in December. It's going to be pretty crazy to reschedule it, but obviously there's a big dollar sign attached to all of that because people tune in. The audience for that game is in the hundreds of millions. It's something to behold. So Real Madrid couldn't use the excuse that they were looking ahead to the Barcelona game because it was off the docket. And they went to Mallorca, the beautiful Balearic Islands, not far from Barcelona, and lost to promoted side Mallorca. Real punch in the stomach for a club that was gaining some traction, but this cannot be unexpected. Not the fact they lose, but can't score goals. This is a club that did not hit its transfer targets. They've had a lot of injuries. Eden Hazard, certainly the top of that list. They had those situations with players that, in particular Gareth Bale, that was supposed to go somewhere else. It couldn't work it out, so he's back. It seems like it's okay, but it can't really be 100% because basically Zinedine Zidane said they didn't want him, in so many words. You had a change in goalkeeper, which kind of split the Real Madrid fan base. Keylor Navas now at PSG. Thibaut Courtois has had his issues as well, but certainly a good goalkeeper. Real Madrid were doing well in Spain. They were in first place, but they did have some issues in Europe. They lost to PSG. By the way, Angel Di Maria scored 2 goals. There may not be a better player right now than Angel Di Maria in his production. He's been amazing. He scored again this weekend too. They could have lost to Bruges at home. They were able to rescue that and get a point. Now they travel to Galatasaray, which is going to be very difficult. By the way, PSG got a result in Turkey, so it's pretty impressive. But Real Madrid, this has really opened up a door here in Spain. Barcelona's getting together. I mean, I really like what I'm seeing from Lionel Messi. He's collaborating. He's getting his teammates goals, in particular Luis Suarez. Antoine Griezmann scored as well, and Messi's there. So they are doing well, but Real Madrid in a panic. Now they don't have a game this weekend. Strange things indeed in Spain as we move to the good story, Granada. Granada, Sierra Encantada de Bocas de Toro. Do you know that song? Beautiful song by Agustin Lara, who is Mexican. Wrote a song about Granada. Granada. You may have heard Luciano Pavarotti sing it. A lot of the great tenors have sang it. 5 wins and 9 for Granada. They're doing some work here at the Performance Center. 5 wins and 9. They beat Osasuna. I love this team. Really savvy scouting. They did well. They got 2 good Venezuelan players. Venezuelan players on the up and up. They got players from South America. They got players from Africa. They've got guys really delivering. And they are in second place. I'm not going to stay there, but it's a nice development. And I want to use this as a segue. I may have had a hit in my video. I apologize for that. But I want to use this as a segue because all the leagues in Europe, especially now since Liverpool drops points, are all very tight. We're 2 months into the season. Things are really tight. Tight in Spain. Nowhere is it tighter than in Germany. But in Spain, let me see this. I had something to say. I'll disregard that. But Germany, 2 points separate first place to 9th place. Mönchengladbach is in first. If you haven't seen Mönchengladbach play, you've got to see them. They're really entertaining. Marco Rose, their coach, and he has a big admirer in Jurgen Klopp. Wolfsburg second, Bayern Munich third. I would still think Bayern Munich is going to win. And Bayern Munich look really good in Europe. But this is a great development for this league, which is a foregone conclusion as we've gone into the second half of the season. I like, speaking of Mönchengladbach, Marcus Thuram, which is Lillian's boy. He's in there. I love second-generation footballers. I love it. They have a fun play. They score goals. They get after it. By the way, being the son of a great player helps you in this, but it's not like my industry, where if your dad's a famous broadcaster, it really helps you. You still have to earn your stripes. So it's good to see Lilian Thuram doing that. Raf Honigstein, he had an article about Mönchengladbach and spoke about their beautiful play, so I'm kind of paraphrasing a little bit from him. If you can check that out at The Athletic. Mönchengladbach, some good players from all over. The German league, they have good players from all over Europe. France, the Netherlands, of course Germany, Switzerland, Turkey, that are coming in there and making this league really, really good. But that 2 points separating first through 9th is outstanding. So I've really been enjoying that, and that's the big development here as we got back into the European leagues this weekend. I did not mention the Premier League at all. I did mention Liverpool for a little bit. French league's kind of open, because thanks to Angel Di Maria, which I mentioned. All right, finally, I'll just talk about Major League Soccer. I'm here joining you from LAFC's Performance Center, and we had the new format of the playoffs. It was phenomenal. 27 goals in 6 games. Win or go home. A NCAA tournament effect. It was really compelling. And what made it, you could see it in the way they played. There was no bunkering down. Teams came and played, and that's why they scored goals. There were comebacks. It was wild and woolly. I don't think the league could have asked for anything. And all of a sudden, you have something that you can really hang on here in Major League Soccer. We're just getting started. But 6 games over 2 days. Despite the close calls, all the higher seeds advanced except for Minnesota losing to the Galaxy, setting up a big game against LAFC on Thursday. I'll be there. Of course I'll be there. I work for the club, mate. Stupid. But, the league is always looking to fine-tune these things, and they may have hit a home run with this. Across the board, everyone loved the MLS Cup Playoffs, and we're going to keep it going as we're now down from 14 teams to 8. And it's still one and done format, so enjoy them. And while you're enjoying those playoffs, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, Max Bredos. We'll get back in the studio here soon. I just wanted to take you out and about. All right, see you later.